So while the guys are back in the workshop, we're going to be heading into the NEC for the Motorhome Caravan Show. Every year there's a lot of hype about the new product that's going to innovate van life. We're not really here for that hype. We're here to try and find the one product that we're going to use in 2026 to revolutionise our builds, to move us forwards for the coming year. We're hopefully going to come away today with something new that's going to help push our builds out a little bit further and something that we can offer to our already existing customers that have booked in for this coming year. But it's always good, even when we've got customers secured, to be able to go back to these existing customers and say, actually, there's some new products out we're really excited about. Would you be interested in putting it into your vehicle? And that's how we progress and how we keep our builds moving forwards for the future. So we're here in the Scorpion stand with Paul here. They do trackers and immobilisers, and we've been fitting them to our vans for maybe a couple of years now. The service has been absolutely excellent. And yeah, just here to see how you guys are doing, if you've got anything new you want to talk us about.
Yeah, sure. So we've actually got a new product at the moment, which is called Quantum. So it's a battery-operated tracker. It's Thatcham S7 rated. Beauty of it is that there's no wiring involved.
So Thatcham, but that's about the insurance companies like, isn't it?
Yeah, so that's an independent body that will basically review all of the security products.
Okay.
And it means that insurers know that they can trust the product.
Okay,
so
great.
You've got different levels within Thatcham. So like I said, this one being S7, the most popular one we do would be an S5. So it's a higher rating with ADR tags. But beauty of this is that, you know, if you've got a caravan or trailer, generator, self-build van, hide it anywhere. The only stipulation for the Thatcham requirement is that you need tools to access it, to hide it. It will ping in once a day. It's got 2 AA lithium batteries in it, and they will last roughly 3 years based on average use. It will ping in once a day as like a health check. What it will also do is you can set a safe zone at home. So let's say you keep your van at home, you set the safe zone, arm it in the app, and then if the vehicle leaves that safe zone, you'll get a phone call from us, which is quite unique to a battery-powered tracker. Most are more passive. So to have the proactive element is really good.
That's a really good product for self-builders, because it means you don't actually have to take your van to a converter to have them fit it.
100%, yeah.
So
it's nice and easy
process.
fit, and you probably could argue that it could be even more covert because you've got no wires leading to it or anything like that.
That's really interesting. A lot of our viewers might not know that once your vehicle goes over a certain value, you'll struggle to get insurance unless you have a tracker and an immobiliser. What's the value of the vehicle? I
mean, each insurer does have their own set rules, but the general rule of thumb, I would say, is around the 50 to 60 grand mark. Once you break that barrier, as you rightly said, they generally won't insure you unless you have one.
Because these are high-ticket items you're talking about nowadays and very stealable.
Yeah, 100%. And you know, with our recovery rates as well, I mean, it makes sense for insurers to want it.
What's your top-of-the-range security for campers, would you say?
So for the campervan market, generally would be an S5 Plus.
Okay.
So that gives you an S5 rated tracker. And also a second line of immobilisation. So you're immobilising, basically no tag, no start. We've also got the X series, so that is a CAN bus based immobilisation.
That's the one with the individual codes instead of
pods. So you use the existing controls within the vehicle, you'll set a pin, and then every time you get in the car or van, you will enter that pin and it'll unlock the vehicle for you. The high end, which you'd maybe look at some of your bigger vans, which don't come with alarms, we've got a Defender kit. So that basically integrates the alarm and tracker together. The advantage of having something like that will be that you are getting an earlier notification. So rather than a notification on movement, it'll be a notification on the alarm sounding.
Okay.
So it's only a very slight earlier warning.
Which gives you that extra barrier.
The earlier we know, the more chance we've got of getting it back. So like I said, we run at about 96% recovery rate, but a lot of vans we actually get back are in 2-3 hours, especially on your S5s and things like that.
Got a 96% recovery rate?
Yeah.
That's absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, does exactly what it says on the tin.
You don't want to be paying a ton of money for your pride of joy to sit in your driveway and somebody comes and steals it. So you make sure that you've got the proper security. And yeah, these guys do a great job, and their service that we've had from them has been excellent. So this is Renology. We're just going to talk through some of the new products that they've got out this year. We've previously fitted quite a lot of Renology products into the vans. What have you got coming out this year?
So the newest thing we've got this year is a 12-volt managed distribution. Lots of people are familiar with CBE, Sargent, BCA, those kind of things. This is a system which
We've quite a lot of
will
CBE
do.
as well.
This is a system which pretty much does that. So
Okay.
you've got the bank of fuses in here. So that's all your 12-volt fuses. Each of these fuses relates to a channel that comes out of here. So you connect all your wires into the bottom. 20 amp. There's 4 20 amps, 8 10 amps.
Okay.
Each of these relate to a channel on the touch screen, and you program the channel to turn various different circuits on and off in the van.
Okay, excellent.
And then there's a repeater, so you can choose to add this or not. So this is a CAN bus controlled repeater panel with physical buttons. So you could have this in the main bit of the van, and then maybe that by the bed or somewhere, so you can do everything. All these things can be turned on and off.
So you don't have to keep on going back to the control panel?
So you can have multiple locations. So you could have it maybe one by the door and one of them the other way, depending on how it goes. Renology go for a holistic approach. They have a system and they produce everything to do with the system. So we do batteries. We've got 200 amp under seat and 500 amp under seat batteries, and new solid state batteries as well.
Okay.
And then this is a 3 kilowatt inverter charger, a buzz bar, combiner box, DC chargers, MPPTs, solar panels. So we do everything, and everything here will show information on this screen. So you've got your battery state of charge showing up here. You've got amps in and out. This is the brain of the system.
Okay.
So all the devices connect into that. So this is like your phone with a Bluetooth app, or it's wired with CAN. Okay. So each of the devices connect into that, and then the information that's in here is aggregated and then sent into this screen.
Right.
This is the control panel that controls that, and this is basically the information center.
And you mentioned your solid state batteries. What's the difference between a standard lithium battery and a solid state battery?
So a standard lithium or lead acid battery is a certain amount of liquid and a certain amount of solid.
Yep.
A solid state battery is a lot less liquid and a lot more solid, so approximately 10% liquid and 90% solid.
And what's the benefits of that?
The benefit of that is it will work to much lower temperatures, so you can actually charge and discharge at -30 on a solid state battery. And the reason for that is because there's less liquid. It won't freeze and it won't expand. So it doesn't. You'd say more stable. Lithium batteries are stable, but these are there's kind of the next technology on.
Conditions.
More extreme, exactly.
That's great. We quite a lot of our customers do a lot of cold walking and ice climbing and a lot of cold winter travel.
Ideal for it. So these are all IP67 rated. You can actually mount these under the van. So we have installations of these in other countries where they've put a cradle across the chassis, and they've got the flat. So this one's 100 amp. It's not a real one. I was expecting that to be heavier. So that's a 100 amp solid state battery. So, and you can have up to series and parallel. You can have up to 16 of these in a van as well. So you can. I mean, it's up to 48 volt.
That's great, because that will fit into a lot of small areas of the van.
Yeah, you can pack them in we've thought of all kinds of places you could put one of these.
Yeah.
Lots of new things coming out.
Thank you very much.
No worries, thank you. Cheers.
Enjoy the show. So that was really interesting for me at Renology, because a lot of our customers only want Victron products. Victron tend to be one of the best, but a lot of other companies like Renology, who are also very good, have not only caught up, but they're now kind of surpassing them in some aspects. It's really good to see some good quality control panels coming out, and they're really thinking about how people use their vans. So having that extra control panel beside your bed, so you're not having to get up and get the lights off and make some changes. And you wake up in the morning and you can put all the lights on and get the van ready. It's really innovative thinking, and really thinking about the actual end user, which is really good. So we're off now to Photonic Universe, who's already one of our suppliers, and going to go and see what they've got that's new. So we're here with the guys from Photonic Universe. It's where we buy quite a lot of our products. We get a lot of our solar panels and goods from them. And this is a new line that they're carrying. It's called Scanstrut. It's a really nice company. They make really sleek individual components. A lot of these are built for passing wires through the kind of cable glands. They are a bit more pricey than your standard cable gland, but it's just down to the design, really. They've got one for pretty much everything, so we're going to start fitting these onto the vans. But this is a product that I've had my eye on for a while, and I haven't found anywhere in the UK that's been selling it yet. This is a new shower that we're going to be fitting. So this can fit internally in the van, and it hooks up this really nice little shower setup. Just plug that in the back of the van. You've got a nice thumb action there. Good for hosing down wellies covered in sand, dogs, bikes, all that sort of nasty stuff that you don't want to be bringing into the van and get your van all dirty. So yeah, really excited to have found this today. So this is just the second day of the show, and actually I thought it was going to be a lot busier than it is. On the way in, the traffic was absolutely insane. I've never parked so far away from the actual NEC building in my life, and it took us probably about half an hour from the point of turning off the motorway to actually getting to the door, which is unusual. But then when you actually come in, there's loads of room in here. Not that many people here compared to other shows that I've been to in here. Makes it easier for us, but need to see how the vendors feel about that. So I'm here with Grav at VB stand. VB is the company that we use for fitting our air suspension. It's a really good bit of kit. We traditionally fit the 4C kit. That allows you to do the auto leveling as well as giving you a much more comfortable ride. VB have just come out with a hydraulic suspension last year as well. Can you tell us why would somebody choose air suspension over hydraulic, or why would they choose hydraulic over the air?
I suppose it depends what the customer's after. I'd say with VB, you get a lot more functionality, essentially. So, obviously you've got different modes for different ride heights and things like that. With hydraulics, it is just to level the vehicle and obviously get the vehicle
Just one function.
Off the ground, essentially, yeah. Okay. Stability-wise, if it bothers you that the vehicle's kind of rocking around, we want to be on something that's really stable.
Yeah.
And when you get in the vehicle, you want to feel planted, you have to lift the vehicle up on the actual chassis.
So you need the hydraulics
do that.
Yeah.
With air suspension, obviously you do get the leveling feature with it, but obviously it's leveling on the air bellows, but your wheels are still in contact with the ground as well. Okay. So with hydraulics, it lifts the wheels off the ground, so you're fully kind of raised up on a platform almost.
Okay.
With air, you have the air bellows are obviously still an air spring essentially, and you have the tyres that, again, are a
Is there a big
spring
cost difference between the two systems?
Generally speaking, air suspension's a bit more expensive, $1.50, maybe $2,000, differential, depending on what type of vehicle you've got. Okay. But functionality-wise, obviously, this is like our motorhome remote you can see in the background here. And kind of going around the remote control, you can see there's things like auto level, ferry mode, off-road parking, water tank tilt, garage function. So it depends. If the vehicle, you feel that the vehicle drives, perfectly well, and you kind of just want leveling to be really stable, and I want to get into it, and it feels like I'm going to a house.
Yep.
Hydraulic leveling is probably the thing that you want.
I think the majority of our customers are looking to have that extra job taken away from them when they arrive at the campsite. They just want to arrive, press a button, the van's ready to go.
Well, I mean, if that's the case, then really on a TGE size vehicle or a crafter size vehicle, I'd say air suspension is probably the way to go in terms of a better all-rounded system for that kind of size of vehicle.
If customers are looking for hydraulics, then they're ready to go just now?
Hydraulics are ready to go, yeah. We've got crafter kits, obviously. Bigger motorhomes, Fiat kits, we cover pretty much the whole range from Ford up to Iveco 7.5 ton vehicles.
Great, thank you very much. So another option that VB offer is the auto leveling with the hydraulic system. It's something different from the airbag suspension setup. Can you tell us a little bit more about it?
Yeah, so we've introduced it into the UK market about a year ago. It's designed and made in Germany. It has been operating for 8+ years. We've chosen to work with this brand specifically because we really like their philosophy on quality, basically, and that ties in with the VB brand. So basically, it's very high-end components. It works really, really well, and things don't go wrong, which is what everyone wants to hear.
Excellent. And so it all just works off the push of a button, or do you use like an app?
So it's app-based. Obviously, we've got a very big screen here, but yeah, so all you got to do is get to site, you press the auto level button, and the front jacks will come down first, and then they come down on the rear.
And this is available for the MENTG and the Crafter Sprinter?
Yes.
Excellent.
So we cover the full range.
And at the time of filming this, what kind of cost does this come in for one of those ballpark?
Comes in for your more basic sort of motorhomes, like your Fiats, your Fords, 7,000. If it's more your Mercedes, your MANs, it's about 7.5 ballpark.
Okay, smashing.
Yeah.
And what kind of extra weight would this add onto the vehicle?
So approximately 75 kilos, Hero there, sometimes 70, it just depends on what the system is. But you can move it from vehicle to vehicle, so if you were to change, then that's possible.
And what kind of time does it take to find the level?
Less than 60 seconds.
Oh, wow.
So it's really quick. So it's already almost done in the time we've been talking.
Yeah, you can see that lifting out there and just finding its own spot.
So, and it's stainless steel foot plates as well, so really good quality. The chrome's really thick as well, so it'll last in British weather really as well, which is...
Yeah, always a good consideration. So that's us on the way back from the show. It's been a very successful show for us this year. We were looking for that one product that would be highly innovative and different from what we've seen before. And I'm not sure we quite found that. We did, however, find a lot of products that have just been altered or tweaked and made slightly better, more improvements from what we've seen before. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys, as always. And if you like our content, make sure to like, comment and subscribe.